Hello once again for the second time this week to another edition of Outside the Ropes. I'm your host of Outside the Ropes, as always, Matthew Moore, feeling a little bit better. My flu is now starting to go away, but I'm here again. This time I'm on my own. Tony was here this past Monday for Outside the Ropes and also our Royal Rumble special, but Tony's not here now. He has gone onwards to his other job and he shall return very, very soon. So you've got myself, Matthew, here, as always, giving you the latest scoops and news and things that have been going on in the world of professional wrestling since last Monday. That's right, we normally say the last 7 days, but we're on the air last Monday. We've got some interesting stories for you tonight, guys, as always, on the podcast. A big thank you to everybody who downloaded the podcast on iTunes last Monday. A lot of downloads on iTunes as always. Big thank you to everybody else out there. Thanks for tuning in to us here on YouTube as well. Also on Speaker. Also on our Facebook and Twitter account as well. So big thank you to everybody who tuned in and all the feedback for the last Monday's show of Outside the Ropes. Before we go on to any more of this podcast, I just want to start off by giving a shout out to our friends and partners of this show. If you're historians of professional wrestling, guys, just like me and most people who listen to this podcast, Wrestling's Past is your location. Whether you're new to professional wrestling or you're an old fan like me, not giving away my age, of course, Wrestling's Past is a location to check out all the history of professional wrestling. Go to our website, wrestlingspast.blogspot.co.uk, and on Twitter at Wrestling's Past for all your history of wrestling. So if you're new to wrestling and you want to go back and check out all the old stories from the past, go ahead and check out Wrestling's Past. It's at Wrestling's Past on Twitter and wrestlingspast.blogspot.co.uk on their website. Wrestling's Past for all your history needs. Guys, what's been happening in the last sort of 48 hours or so since we last spoke to you on Outside the Ropes? Well, first of all, I'm feeling a lot better. Well, I've had a good few days off my other job and I've been doing quite well. So, voice is still a little bit husky, but I'm getting there, guys, so bear with me. Thank you for all your comments and all your tweets and messages and emails over the last few days regarding the show on Monday night where Tony popped in again and we had a wee chat just before Monday Night Raw. But let's get straight into it and let's have a review of what's been going on over the last few days and what's been going on in the news regarding TNA, WWE or any other major stories that have developed. Straight into it from last Monday Night's Raw. Well, would you said Raw was a good show on Monday? Me personally, I don't think it was an overly great show, to be honest. We had the appearance of Brock Lesnar coming back, where he was pretty much punked out by Dean Ambrose. We also had in getting revenge by F5ing Dean Ambrose. We also had, let's have a see here, there was some interesting matches on the card. But the most important thing that started trending online for me regarding Raw was, of all people, Marty Jannetty. Marty Jannetty, former tag team partner of Shawn Michaels, was on Twitter bashing the WWE and Stephanie McMahon regarding her comments to Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns about Marty Jannetty on the segment backstage on Raw. That's right, Marty Jannetty, but on Twitter has some interesting comments. I don't want to read any of them out, but if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and look up Marty Jannetty on Twitter and have a look at some of the tweets he's been sending out regarding what Stephanie McMahon said during the segment with Roman Reigns. But pretty much Raw was an okay show. We had some guys missing from Raw because of things happening outside of the ring, should we say. We had no Bo Dallas and no Bray Wyatt on Raw, which we're going to explain why in a few moments. But overall, Raw was a reasonably average show. Main event, we had the New Day versus Reigns and Ambrose, but that's just... we had AJ Styles on the Miz TV, which was not overly interesting. But Raw as a whole was an alright show. Well, I wouldn't really say it was great. Me personally, I actually went to bed before the main event started because it was that bored, but it wasn't really entertaining, to be honest. But, hopefully it picks up. The ratings had dropped again from Raw this week, so hopefully they pick it up next week as we're heading closer to Fastlane at the end of the month, which is the big event leading into WrestleMania. More news that has been broken in the last few days regarding Raw as well is apparently of a fan who had a sign at Raw who was given the ultimatum to take his sign away or give his sign back to the WWE to confiscate this sign, or he'd be removed. Now, can I just say something about this? And I don't care what anybody says who runs this show. You can fire me if you want. I don't care. Taking fan signs off them really gets my gears going, and I'm sorry, it really pisses me off. Fans want to bring a sign to a show to express their feelings about a wrestler or about a manager or something, and the WWE's taking their signs off them. Yes, I understand it's a PG environment, but the guy who had his sign removed on Raw said, if Roman Reigns wins, we complain online. And they're threatening to kick a guy out of the arena because of that? Seriously? What in God's name has WWE came to, where they're actually wanting to take fans' signs away? Now, fair enough, if it's a provocative sign or a rude sign or it has bad language on it or something, because they're trying to work on a PG environment, I understand. Fair enough. If Roman Reigns, we complain online, they give the guy the opportunity, the ultimatum, that either give us your sign or get out. Really? This really pisses me off the way WWE takes signs away at TV shows. It's unreal. They take away signs about people who, they all say that America's freedom of speech. They're taking away their freedom of speech, in my opinion. But that really pisses me off, the fact that they're taking fan signs away, and all they're doing is saying how they feel. Yes, PG environment compared to what it was like back in the Attitude Era or even before that, TV-14 television. Yes, there was a lot more signs, but no wonder there's no more signs anymore. The crowd looks empty. Back in the day, you had crowds that had signs and different things, and there's the thing that we're talking about the other day about The Rock going off script, and apparently people backstage were pissed off because The Rock greeted fans in the front row of last week's Raw dressed as Undertaker, Rock, Hogan, and Macho Man. What type of people are running behind the scenes of WWE now? This really, I'm sorry for going off on a rant here, but I wanted to get this out here. It just grinds my gears so badly. Unreal. Taking the guy's sign away. It'd be different if it said, F you Cena, or, as in the full word, of course, not just F you, but the whole word, or, Vince McMahon sucks, what, or, that's understandable. Kids in the crowd and stuff like that. If Roman Reigns, we complain online and they're going to take away his sign and throw the guy out of the show. Really, WWE? Where is your head? Up your ass? These people who you're bringing in to write shows now and help run the crowd. But Vince McMahon comes on television a few weeks ago and flips a fan off. Really? Sort it out, WWE. You need to get sorted, seriously. Anyway, sorry for the rant, guys. It just really annoys me. But anyway, going back to why Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas weren't on Raw this week was because of Blackjack Mulligan, obviously their relation, and their father, who's a guy backstage, IRS, Mike Rotundo, the father of those two guys. Blackjack Mulligan was taken to hospital with severe illness over the last few days. I think it was Monday he was taken in. That's why they had to leave the show and head straight to there. We haven't heard any more on how he's doing, but we know that he's still there. And of course, we send all our best wishes and thoughts to the Hall of Famer Blackjack Mulligan, and that's why he wasn't on TV. We got some news for you regarding Batista. I know a lot of Batista fans don't listen to this show. I don't mind Batista. He's good as a heel, but not as a face. But anyway, Batista's story's coming out this week that he has now rejected another offer from WWE to appear at WrestleMania again this year. Now, everybody knows that not this past Tuesday's tapings, but the tapings before in Miami of SmackDown, Batista was backstage visiting friends and obviously visiting the likes of Triple H and stuff like that, because obviously that's where he lives, where he had a meeting with Vince McMahon, who offered him another role at WrestleMania. Now, he was offered, first of all, a match at WrestleMania next year, which he declined. Then he was offered, apparently, a special guest referee role or some other non-wrestling related role to do with the main event or something like that at WrestleMania, and he has now reportedly turned him down again. So Batista is not looking to get back into WWE anytime soon. He did state in a recent interview that he did butt heads quite a lot with backstage writers, etc. The last time in his last run with WWE, where he was back with the likes of Evolution and obviously the main event of WrestleMania, where he won the Royal Rumble as well that year. But in 2014, but it looks like Batista is not interested to come back to WWE television anytime soon. Other good news coming out of WWE this week, which I'm looking forward to getting my hands on a copy of this. Pat Patterson is revealed that he is now working on a book on his career and obviously his life in the world of professional wrestling. Now, Pat Patterson has spoke about it. As you all know, he's just recently joined Twitter. So Pat Patterson is working extremely hard to get this book put together, get it out as quick as possible. So if you're looking to find out more about the history of Pat Patterson, this is the way to do it. What's his new autobiography coming out very, very soon, which I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on a copy of that, because Pat Patterson had a great career, first Intercontinental Champion, part of the Stooges back in the old Attitude Era days, but Pat Patterson's wrestling career will never be forgotten, and obviously he's a WWE Hall of Famer as well. An update on our good friend, Mr. John Cena. John Cena is back in the gym, working extremely hard, and recovery is going really well ahead of schedule for Cena, as he gets try to get back into the ring as soon as he can. He's been posting videos on his Twitter account over the last few days of John Cena in the gym working out after his shoulder surgery. So everybody's now booming, saying, oh, he'll return like he did in 2008 and he'll be back for WrestleMania this year. The way things are going at the minute, guys, it's hard to say whether it's going to happen or not. But if I was to be a betting man here, I would say that Cena might not be there for WrestleMania, but he could prove us wrong, especially if you check out the videos on his Twitter where he has been working out with Superman Cena. You never know, he could be back anytime soon. So stay tuned for more videos on John Cena's Twitter account or anywhere other news on WWE.com regarding the return of John Cena to in-ring action, maybe before WrestleMania. You never know. Just keep it tuned, guys. See how it goes. Anyway, some serious news now. I didn't really want to talk about this on this podcast because we do try and keep this podcast quite family friendly. But the news has been going around. Excuse me. I still have a bit of the cold, by the way. Apologies. I know we're on the air here, but there's nothing I can do about that. But a lot of people have been asking myself personally on Twitter, emailing the show a lot about this. Can I say that? Did I like the way I said that? A lot. Regarding the current situation of Sonny. Now, everybody wants to know what's going on with Sonny. What's our view here at Outside the Ropes on Sonny? The news has come out today, obviously, regarding the video that she recently recorded. Sonny is pretty much going down the same road as China did, where Sonny has been made an offer to make movies of an adult variety. Now, me personally, I think it's sad, really, because she's gone down that road now. But the news came out today that apparently her first video has been released. What's our view on Sonny going into the adult movie industry? I think it's a sad day, really, for Sonny, because you know, she had such a great career in WWF back in the day, and then obviously Smoky Mountain Wrestling and WCW, and she was obviously, what can you say, she was a great valet manager. She was in ECW, she was the girlfriend of Chris Candido. She was also known for having a relationship with Shawn Michaels, but now she's gone down that road where she's now making movies of the adult variety. Now, people have been asking me, and obviously asking the show, is Sonny really going down that road where she's desperate for money now? Is she really that bad of a situation where she's now having to resort to that to earn money? Guys, at the end of the day, I don't know what type of situation that Sonny's in right now. You hear all these different things, especially with court cases and stuff where she's being charged with, I think it's 2 or 3, maybe 4 charges of DUI. You know, have I seen the videos of Sonny yet? No. Do I want to see the videos of Sonny in adult movies? No, I don't. As a young lad, I was a fan of Sonny, not because obviously she was a pretty girl and stuff. I thought she was a great manager. She was great at good valet, you know. And I look at it now and see, you know, I got a text from a friend yesterday saying, "Oh, Sonny's video's coming out. I'm sure you'll be watching that." No. You know, it's a heartbreaker. You know, she's a WWE Hall of Famer. No doubt now WWE's going to take her out of the Hall of Fame for what she's doing. All these stories going around that she was doing stuff on Skype as well. To try and keep it clean, guys, to be honest with you, I think it's a sad day for her to make that decision. But at the end of the day, it's her choice. You know, she's decided to go down this route. You know, do I support what she's doing? Absolutely not. Do I agree with what she's doing? No. But at the end of the day, this is what she wants to do. She's made it clear that, you know, she wants to wipe away all the stuff from her old wrestling days and sell her Hall of Fame ring and move on with her life. Well, at the end of the day, if that's what she wants to do, then that's her choice. And, you know, I just hope we don't hear the news someday that she's really went downhill. And obviously she's had her problems in the past with drug addiction and alcohol. And I don't want to hear that one day where I switch on the internet or get a text message saying that Sonny, unfortunately, he's went back down the hill again and she's passed away. But, you know, that's my opinion of it, guys, and that's all I really want to say much more on it, to be honest with you, because there's not really much more you can say, really, at the end of the day. And this is what Sonny wants to do, and so this is what Sonny really wants to do, and there's not really much I can do about it, but that's my view on it, guys. So you asked for it, I'm giving you my view. Kurt Angle news, guys. Kurt Angle has now officially wrapped up with TNA Wrestling as he finished up his tour there in Birmingham. We had his last match with Bobby Roode. They gave him a bit of a good send-off. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Now, can I just be honest with you? People are asking me, they're asking the show, is Kurt Angle now coming back for WrestleMania because he's now finished with TNA? I wouldn't be surprised if he does. But can I see it happening? Not very soon. Kurt is finished with the company. They have offered him another contract to do a non-wrestling related role with the company, but Kurt has declined. So, what's held in the future for Kurt Angle? Yes, he signed to Bellator. He is a commentator with Bellator. He is going to do a bit of acting. I watched a recent interview with WaltCulture.com, which, by the way, thanks guys for the follow on Twitter. But yeah, they had a good interview with Kurt Angle on YouTube there, and he said that he's doing Bellator and he wants to do a bit of acting and stuff like that. But his in-ring career, he's saying, is over. But with that wrestling world, guys, you never know. WWE can make the call and say, "Oh, Kurt, we want you to come to the Hall of Fame, or we want you to wrestle one last match." And you know, he always said that he'd be open to return to WWE, but you never know. But Kurt Angle is officially had his last match with TNA, so to say. Is he on the way to WWE? You never know. You never know. If they're all professional wrestling guys, you never know indeed. But there you go, guys. That's all the stories I've got for you so far for today. I am going to head on down the road here, but before I go, I just want to give a couple of shouts out to some of our wee friends of the show here, as we always do. Our good friends at British Wrestling Radio, Dino and all the guys. I want to give a shout out to them. Follow them on Twitter at BWR and on Facebook, British Wrestling Radio. Listen to their shows most Friday nights. They do live shows, British Wrestling Radio with Dino and Nixie. So they want to know more about the British wrestling scene, go and check out British Wrestling Radio because they are good stuff. Our good friends at Pro Wrestling Ulster here in Ireland, check them out, prowrestlingulster.co.uk. Our good friends at wrestling.ie, which is www.wrestling.ie. Also, our other friends at Over the Top Wrestling, which we shared a fantastic video package of their recent show at the end of last month. Guys, go to our Facebook page and check out that video. It's awesome, Over the Top Wrestling. Also, our friends at Mainstage Wrestling, Celtic Championship Wrestling, which has got some great shows coming up soon as well. Fight Factory Pro Wrestling as well, and Mainstage Wrestling 2. And also ICW, which are coming to Belfast here at the end of this month, which I'm still waiting word back, guys. If you want to start bombarding them on Twitter and telling them about Outside the Rosemont interviews, we have been emailing them and we haven't got a response, so there you go. So keep them coming in as well. Guys, I'm going to hit the road, so enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy NXT tonight. Enjoy SmackDown tomorrow night. Stay tuned to our social media feeds for latest breaking professional wrestling news, whether it be from WWE, TNA, the British wrestling scene, the Irish wrestling scene, wherever it is coming from. Stay tuned to that as well. Before I do go, actually, have you saw the photograph we put out on our Facebook? Sorry, I know we're running low on time here and I'm being told to wrap it up here, but have a look at our Facebook and Twitter about the photograph of Ryback and let us know what you think of it. It's quite funny, actually. Ryback's now officially turned into Goldberg. Have a look. Forgot to get that in. Guys, until next Wednesday, enjoy the rest of your week, whatever you're doing, especially your weekend. Stay tuned to social media feeds for, as always, for all the latest wrestling news and scoops. I'm Matthew Moore, your host of Outside the Ropes. Until next Wednesday, same time, same place. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and I'll see you all next Wednesday.